What's up, guys? Welcome back to like day 2 in quarantine. So I have to move the MIATA real quick because we gotta head over to Chris' house so I can upload yesterday's vlog so you guys can have it for today. Then I gotta pick up my tie rods whenever AutoZone calls me, and then from there we'll see where the day takes us. That screen looks so nice in there. No regrets. Absolutely love this car. Astonishing. So I came over here to steal their Wi-Fi, so we're gonna upload yesterday's video right now. So we are on our way to AutoZone right now to go pick up the tie rod ends for the MIATA. First things first, when I get home, I should have bought them, I totally forgot, but first things first, when I get home, I gotta make sure that it screws onto the actual tie rod. I'm praying that the installation is not hard, so keep your fingers crossed, please. Oh. Alright, so we just got the tie rods. Now, again, fingers crossed. Let's see if these actually fit on the actual, well, those are tie rods in. Let's see if they fit on the actual tie rod. And maybe we'll throw them in today. I'm just hoping that the installation is not too bad. Because we do have to unscrew the old tie rod from the actual power steering rack. So, hope and pray.
Does it need to go on like this?
I think it does that. I think it's there so it stops it.
So it tightens.
That's why we gotta make sure that when we take this one off that we pay attention. Okay, so I'm predicting that this should be a simple install. Hopefully. We got the new tie rods in with the tie rod ends. So all we have to do is just undo this boot right here. It should screw on right here. And then we gotta come over here on this tie, because we're replacing the whole tie rod end and the tie rod. So it should be simple. Hopefully that it is. So I figured that this part right here would come off and then it'd go back, but it wouldn't make any sense because this is the new one.
That big chunk.
So this is basically where it's at right now. So this piece right here is this that the little boot comes on. So that means said we're gonna have to undo this and pull it back this way. It's, I mean, it looks self-explanatory. You just twist it together, right?
Alright, leave it on there. Leave it on there.
Alright, bro. Why is it?
What the?
You heard that?
I'm lost.
Me too. What in the world am I looking at?
Why am I looking at the right parts?
Oh, so then I would have to take this off first because this has come off.
So you can screw it from
so
there.
I can unscrew it, yeah.
We'll see. Go ahead.
Whoa, a little interesting.
I'm gonna have to close this motherfucker. Rise.
You cold?
Yeah, my crack is showing. So.
Ka-chow! So, just discovered that we actually need a special tool to take off this tie rod end. But in the meantime, so we gotta go to AutoZone to get the tool, rent a tool, but in the meantime we took off the actual tie rod itself. Tie rod end, tie rod end, whatever. We took off this piece. So what we did was we counted how many times we twisted it so that when we put the new one on, we can kind of imitate that way, like we don't run into any alignment issues or whatever. So it ended up being 16.5 because it fell off like right here, like facing down. So this boot should come off. We just gotta take this nut off, but we're gonna go back to AutoZone so we can rent that tool so we can take this off. I'm not for sure if this stays on there when we twist it off, but we'll find out. So this is a big old fail that I had no control over. So went to AutoZone, got the correct tool to take off the tie rod. As you can see, it's off. You need this big old tool. So basically what happens, basically how it goes is you put this end on the tie rod. So you put that on there and then it locks in onto here, right there on the sides, and you turn it and twist it as well. So long story short, I took it off and it is not even the same.
AutoZone fucking up.
Look, it's way bigger. It's the same length, same everything, but the threads are bigger. So, and there's like I said, there's no way. There was no way around that. Like, it's not like I could have. Technically, I could have taken it off, but it would have been the same thing. It's a dead end. I got to take this back, try to get the right one, and go from there. Thanks, AutoZone. Appreciate that. The one time I use them, they don't come through for me. Shouts out to AutoZone. Legit ordered or gave me, or both, gave me and ordered the wrong part. So going there to exchange it now. Hopefully we can get this part ordered. If not, I'm gonna go down the street to O'Reilly's. Trying to get this figured out because right now the car's in the air and there's no way I can move it because unless I put the old one back on, but I'd rather not do that. So let's go in here and see what they can do. So just got out of AutoZone and they're having trouble finding the right part. So apparently the Mazda made 2 different type of tie rod ends for that year or my year. So like there's one that has fine thread, which is the one that I have, obviously. Of course, the one that I have is the fine thread one, right? But there's a fine thread one and there is a non-fine thread one, I guess, and that was the one that I actually got, and I need the fine thread one. So she was having trouble. She called, I guess, their support line, and they were having trouble. She said she didn't think that they knew what they were talking about, blah blah. So she ordered one that she thinks might be it. I have to wait till that comes in on Thursday, but the thing is, like, the car's in there, it's not driving, so like I can technically because I don't drive it, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna see if O'Reilly's has it, which is I'm there right now. So I'm gonna see if they can actually order the part or see if they know better about the situation, see if they can get the part for me. The good thing about both of them is you don't have to pay for the part until it actually gets here, that we can verify it. So I'm gonna head in there, see if they can help me a little bit better. The good thing is I do have the tie rod, but at the same time, like, it doesn't really help that much because it's the actual thread that's actually bigger, and it's kind of hard to tell on the computer if the thread is the same as the one that I have right now. So head in there, see if they come a little bit better. If not, then I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out. So right now it's looking real nice for us. I mean, it was kind of like a straightforward process with him. He was basically saying, like, it looks like it all depends on if you have a power steering or if you don't have power steering. So power steering means you're gonna have like the finer thread for the tie rod end, and then manual means you're gonna have, I guess, the more of a coarse thread pattern. So like I said, it was kind of like a straightforward process. So he's getting the tie rods in for the fine thread tomorrow at 7:30, so we'll be back here around like maybe 10 or so. So I mean, that's good. It's better than AutoZone. I mean, I had to wait. Look, I ordered them Friday, I had to wait till Tuesday, so I guess we'll be back here tomorrow. And I didn't pay for it because I want to make sure that it's the right one before I actually pay for it. So not too mad. It just gives me something to do tomorrow, so can't be too mad about that. So he said he'll be there tomorrow morning, so not that bad. We'll just pick the installation back up when we get it. But one of the things that I want to talk about, the plans I do have for this car. So as far as performance, there were 2 options that I did want to look into, and one being an engine swap, one being adding a turbo to the car, but not just any turbo. I was actually going to throw the stock turbo for my Focus ST onto this car. Now I know, like, obviously it's not going to be a direct bolt-on, so it's going to require some modifications and stuff, but I've never seen it done, and I think it'd be a little interesting, because I would have to get like a custom manifold, I would have to get like custom oil lines, coolant lines, all that good stuff. But that was just one option that I did want to look into. Another option was actually getting the Mazda speed motor and putting in here, but I guess Chris did some research on that, and I guess he said it wasn't worth it. I guess it's like more of a headache than it's worth, because I've heard that I guess it's the same engine. It's just like they paint the valve cover, and it has a turbo to it. Obviously with turbo comes like all the extra boost control and all the oil lines, stuff like that. So I've heard that it's more trouble than it's worth, so maybe kind of swing towards that. But then again, maybe I should do my own research and see that if there's an easier way of doing it. But that is one of the 2 options that I'm pursuing. Another option too that I've been thinking about, just in case that swapping a Mazda speed motor in here flops, is actually buying like another NA motor, meaning that naturally aspirated. So same 1.8 NB2 motor, but it would be another NA instead of actually buying it boosted, and actually playing around with that. I'd like throw a turbo on this in the intentions of blowing it up, and then I have that extra motor. I can play around with it, build it, add a turbo onto that, except obviously to be a little bit easier since the motor's out. I can put it on the stand, put the turbo on with the lines just like that, make it look pretty, whatever, and then throw that in the car. So those are the options that I am pursuing. The only thing about throwing a turbo on this with the intention of blowing it up is it can get expensive too, because you got to buy the turbo, got to buy the lines. Basically you can buy the whole kit for around like $3 grand, but you still have to buy like a standalone. So I think that's where it kind of gets a little pricey. So I don't know, like I said, I'm just like throwing a bunch of ideas around in my head. But I can tell you right now that this car is going to be turbocharged. Like, I can tell you that right now, because there's no way in the world I'm gonna leave this car stock making what, 140 at the crank, so even less at the wheels. And how cool would it be to have a turbo Miata making turbo sounds in a small car that weighs like what, 2,300 pounds? So I'm gonna end the video today in the S4. This is all that I have for you guys today. I should have some ST content coming up soon. We pick up the tie rod ends for the Miata tomorrow, so we should have that car up and running and ready for smog and an alignment so we can get it registered and get it on the road. But yeah, this is all I have for you guys today. This quarantine stuff is pretty crazy. I'm still trying out this daily vlog, so literally this is the best time to do it, I feel like, since everybody's at home. But yeah, this quarantine stuff's crazy. This coronavirus is crazy. My heart goes out to everybody out there that's affected by it, by losing their jobs or being laid off. So hope everybody's staying safe out there. But I will catch you guys in the morning. Stay safe, be safe, try to wash your hands, please stay out of public so that you don't get sick, so we can finally get our lives back. But I'll catch you guys in the morning. Thank you for watching.